On today's Fit to Eat, I'll be preparing a family-style seafood dinner of boiled and grilled blue crabs. Registered dietitian Rebecca Turner has an easy-to-make vegetable chili recipe she's going to share with us. And my guest is the Vice President for the University of Southern Mississippi's Gulf Park campus, Dr. Steve Miller. It's going to be a great show, so stay tuned. Welcome to Fit to Eat. I'm your host, Rob Stinson. Today, my guest is the Vice President for the University of Southern Mississippi's Gulf Park campus, Dr. Steve Miller.
Hi, Rob. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. You ready to have some fun with me?
I'm ready. Let's go.
I tell you what, this is something we've never done, so I thought it would be kind of fun. We're going to talk a little bit about all the work that the university does, right, you know, on seafood in general. And we're gonna actually cook some blue crabs today.
Great.
All right, so let's do this first. I'm gonna move this tray over closer to our boiling pot. So we're just gonna set it right there for right now.
Okay.
I've got a skillet because I'm gonna actually pan sear some and cook them a little different. And then I'm gonna get you to help me with these. Let's take this lid off. Let's be careful, that might be kind of hot. Okay. And I'm just going to move it back here out of our way for a moment. So you ready? I'm going to put you to work right now.
All right.
To get this beautiful variety of ingredients we got. And tell you what we're going to do. I'm just going to kind of hand them to, let me get a, how about we put them on a plate and I'll move them all and give them to you to drop in there.
Okay.
So that water is boiling away, obviously, you can see.
Yeah, it's got a good boil.
Yeah, I think this is just easy, you know, all going in the water, get cooked anyhow. Let's throw the onions in there first. Some garlic I'll throw over there for you. Got some fresh lemon. You're probably wondering, you know, where's the spice it's coming?
That's right. Where is the spice, Rob?
Gotta have a little flavor there, huh? Let's take all of that celery and throw in there. And then I put turnip in mine too. My wife loves eating the veggies after we're done. And you'll notice really virtually no salt. So
I see that.
Some bay leaf, black pepper. All right, now this one, be careful with. It'll gag you if you inhale it. And the one thing, yeah, so let's talk a little. You said you kind of have a little hand that you like to put into cooking kind of the guy stuff.
Right, the guy stuff, the boiling, the grilling.
Would this qualify?
This definitely qualifies.
All right, let's go ahead and we're going to start throwing these in. I'm going to let you grab. We're going to save 3. All right, because then we got to get that water back up to a boil. And talk a little bit about that's good. There we go. I would save those. Talk a little bit about the university's involvement, because I know we brought it up earlier.
Right. Well, Rob, as you know, there are a lot of great things happening on the Mississippi Gulf Coast right now, and we're so fortunate to have a 4-year research university right on our Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of great programming right now that really lends itself well to student success and students wanting to come to the Gulf Park campus. We're really fortunate that one of our programs we're really glad to have, which lends itself well to this show, is a wellness program. We have a partnership with the Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation of Mississippi, and they sponsor wellness initiatives for us. And it just works out really well for our students, our faculty and staff, offers us a lot of opportunities to learn how to promote healthy lifestyles, healthy eating, fitness, things of this nature.
Which for Mississippi is it needs to be a priority.
Absolutely, you know? Absolutely. So if you got a healthy body and healthy mind, it helps you in the classroom be successful. These things go hand in hand. So.
That's so true. Yeah, I have a daughter in that campus, and I have a son that's in Hattiesburg. So very, very familiar with the programs, and they love it.
Great.
They really do. They
Great
really
school.
love it. Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do on this now is kind of create a whole different idea of taking the crabs and throwing them directly into a pan. There you go. Kind of spread them out. I'm going to put a little bit more oil right on top. Throw a little fresh minced garlic in there. And add just a little bit more garlic. We're going to kind of make a little sauce for these guys, but they're going to be cooking all the while. And I tell you what, if you would, let's take this handle up, and I'm going to let you kind of stir those guys around.
Sure.
Yeah, they're already starting to turn, huh?
Yeah, they're turning.
Looks good. Grab one. Let's pull one up just so we can see it. Wow.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah, looks really good, huh?
Look.
This is going to be an interesting one. It really is. What we're going to do is kind of present them so that the family could eat them two different ways.
Right.
And then we're going to actually add to the ones that we're grilling, and I call it grilling, sauteing, grilling.
Right.
We're going to actually add a little bit of crawfish and then make kind of a little sauce for those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Then we get busy over here. As you can see, come on over this way. We've got a huge amount of ingredients that are going to go into making a nice, healthy potato vegetable salad.
Nice.
So, you know, one of the things that's so difficult, and it's hard for anybody to remember all these ingredients, they can go to the website at mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or join the MPB Facebook page, and all the recipes are there.
Great.
So, yeah, really makes it nice. But this is a healthy version of potato salad. We're using yogurt. We've got a lot of different ingredients so that it's kind of a balanced meal for a family.
Right, right.
So that's kind of the thing. I mean, I know we were talking about it. How do you work it in your world? How do you try to keep that health in your life?
Well, I think the key word you said was balance. You know, we all love the good food of the Gulf Coast and throughout Mississippi, but you have to balance that with fitness and wellness and thinking about having a little bit in moderation of all these things.
Right.
And that's the approach we try to use.
That's a good one, though. Because, I mean, I think that's what's really happened in my life. And I enjoy a little bit of it all. We're going to turn these guys over. Tell you what, pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah. Love the garlic. I love the smell of that garlic coming out.
And we're going to turn the heat down a little bit. And then I'm going to add into that pan right now a little bit of apple juice. A little bit of white wine, just so we keep that garlic from burning. And I'm going to turn that heat down a little bit. They are doing great. A little different, huh? Would you ever have thought of it?
Probably not. I'm like I said, boiling and grilling, but I love the saute.
Let's see how those guys are looking. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we're going to let them soak in there a little bit. You know, it'll be a great way for them to get in even more of the flavor.
Right.
And these guys have got to cook a little bit longer anyhow. So I think it's going to work out pretty well. Yeah, I think what's really amazing is after Katrina, and then we got hit with BP,
right.
You know, there's so much focus now trying to bring back the seafood.
That's right.
And the fact that the university is involved with that, I know with oysters, with crabs, with everything.
Right. We have teams of researchers at our Gulf Coast Research Lab in Ocean Springs that focus on protecting that environment, growing those aquacultures out. And so it's just a great fit for what we do being located on the Gulf of Mexico. We have a living laboratory down there.
Isn't that amazing?
And so it's really wonderful.
That's awesome. Yeah, you know, and it's a lengthy process.
It is.
People don't realize, I mean, Katrina's been over 10 years, you know?
It is.
And I mean, then to get hit with BP right after it.
Right. And I think people don't realize that's a huge part of our economy down there. That blue economy is critical to our Gulf Coast and to our state.
I tell you, being in the restaurant business, absolutely positively, it's what people want.
That's right.
You know, I mean, when they come to the Gulf Coast, they want to sample the freshness of our seafood.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And,
So
and there's a bigger economic development picture for all of us down there for all that. So
yeah.
Southern Miss is glad to be a part of that research and that education.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, really nice. All right, we're going to add a little bit more as sauce is thinning out a little bit. And now I think I can turn that heat back up a little. How we doing with our guys over there, Horatio and
looking really
Elvis?
good, I tell you. They're just soaking up the spices and seasoning.
Man, you know what's a shame? Is that people can't get that aroma.
It's good.
I mean, that's the best part, I think, of cooking this way.
Wow. That doesn't make you hungry. You just don't like seafood.
I'm telling you. All right. Well, we're going to go take a short break and go to our registered dietitian, Rebecca Turner. She has an easy-to-make vegetable chili recipe that you're absolutely going to want to try. We'll be right back.
Put down the takeout menu and turn towards your pantry. It can be tempting after a busy day to turn to takeout, but when your fridge and your cupboards are stocked with a bare minimum staples, you can easily whip together a pantry meal in minutes. Cooking at home, even from canned foods, can provide your family with better nutrition than fast food. Plus, it saves you money. One superfood lurking in your pantry that can be transformed into multiple meals are canned beans. They're hearty, filling, and delicious. Canned beans are packed with fiber and protein, which together help fill you up and keep you full. Getting plenty of fiber is also key to a heart-healthy diet. Fiber found in whole foods like beans and legumes helps keep your cholesterol down too. To make your beans as nutritious as possible, simply check the label for low sodium or no salt added varieties. And always give your beans a good rinse before using them. This simple switch and trick will drastically reduce the sodium in your meal, keeping your blood pressure in check. The best part about canned beans, though, is they're super affordable. Usually less than 99 cents a can, meaning you can get a hearty, nutritious dinner on the table without having to shell out the big bucks. And an easy way to turn canned beans into a winning weeknight meal is by making a bowl of vegetarian chili. Now, in addition to some canned beans, you're going to need vegetables, canned tomatoes, and a few spices. But if you're not a chili fan, you can reap the benefits of beans by making a salad. Toss a few cans of beans together with a little red wine vinegar, salt, pepper, and you've got yourself a stellar side dish. However you eat them, utilize canned beans, and your meal will be fit to eat.
All right, welcome back. We've got so much to do. We cheated a little bit, and we kind of decapitated the crabs, huh?
We did.
So I'm going to have you go ahead and take those lids off. Then I'm going to turn the heat back up. Yeah, they actually cook really nicely. You can see that beautiful crab meat right now. Then we're gonna I'm gonna turn these, and I tell you, if you would be another helper over here and help pull some of those out. And you know, while we were gone, we were talking about the wellness program that you have and that initiative.
That's right.
And why don't you go into a little more detail on that?
Well, again, like I said, this is a partnership and a grant from the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Foundation of Mississippi, and it's allowed us to do a lot of things. It allowed us to create a position for a fitness director at our fitness center and equipment for our fitness and wellness programming. It provides for a dietitian on staff on the campus.
Really?
That can kind of help students guide and understand healthy eating choices. And it also works with our Beach View Cafe, which is our eating establishment on campus, and it programs in healthy eating choices. Every Thursday we have a golden plate option that's specifically dietary designed. It shows the caloric intake and all the different types of nutrients that will be in the meal for the day. And it allowed us to stand up a really nice salad bar. So there are a lot of healthy options on campus apart from traditional
fantastic.
Eating.
I mean, you know, and I don't think a lot of people even know that exists. What I've done now, I just threw some crawfish into the pan. I'm going to add a little bit of wine. And we're going to take that and kind of make it into a neat little sauce that's going to go over those crabs and then almost become like a, I don't know, like a seafood extravaganza.
It smells great.
I know, doesn't it though?
Yes, it does.
We're going to take now, I put just a little bit of rice flour, and that'll become almost like the roux, if you would.
Right.
And I tell you what, just a little bit more of our oil, looking good, and a little touch of white wine. All right, so now, if you want, you can stir this around too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I'm gonna take a look at our guys over here, kind of do a little housekeeping and get this clean.
No, it's smelling great, Rob.
I know, isn't it?
Yes, Absolutely.
Gonna take and put a little bit of green onion in there just to give it a little contrast of color. I love to make things look good, you know. I think that's a part of wellness, you know, is trying to have things come out so that there's a, whoop, that's
Excuse
okay,
me.
no problem. Gonna turn that heat down. And I tell you what, this is looking really good. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take the sauce and we're gonna actually come and put it right on top of those crabs so that our grilled crabs have got a really beautiful flavor. And then I might even let you sample one of these.
Oh man, I'd be hurt if you didn't.
I tell you, I mean, it really is coming along. Let's take the rest of those green onions just to put some pretty color on top of them. And then the next phase of what we're gonna do is actually a grilled potato and vegetable salad like we were talking about.
Right.
So I tell you what, I'll get you, how about a little bit of oil? And then we're gonna throw in squash. Now I've taken the liberty of already cooking these potatoes. There you go. Yeah, this will take a little while to cook. Carrots. And then, of course, we got to put some garlic, huh?
Got to have the garlic.
Got to have some garlic. Let's take a little bit of time here. This one, yeah, this one we're going to need to stir up. This will take probably all the way into our next little segment. But I love the idea of this, and why I do it like this is so that this is for your kids, your family. It isn't loaded with potatoes. It gets them eating vegetables.
Right.
You know, part of the real healthy balance, I think, is to have a balanced meal. And then there's no mayonnaise, which, you know, most potato salad is loaded with mayonnaise, which is really pure fat almost.
And you used a healthier oil.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when you think about it, this is really for a family of 4. There's really very little, you know, so the calories are really good for them. But, you know, I think that's really interesting, you know, your conversation about the direction with the wellness program.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just a service that I think our students have needed for a long time. We're certainly glad to be able to offer it. And it's just something that makes for the kind of culture that you want on a campus environment. You know, students have a lot of pressure, a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Anything you can do to give them some outlets to
Really,
relieve that stress is good. So those healthy options are good.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and throw these little bit of green onion in here, and I'm gonna have you add in the zucchini.
All right.
Doesn't take as long to cook. And I tell you what, I mean, that's like a meal in and of itself, huh?
Exactly.
Looks incredible.
Yes,
Tell you
it
what,
does.
doing a good job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, you really are. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to finish this up and actually have Dr. Miller give it a sample. Come back.
Whole grains like oats, barley, wheat, and even corn nourishes your body and keeps it moving. Grains in their most whole form provide B vitamins that give you the energy you need to power through your day. Plus, they are rich in fiber that can help ease digestion and keep you full longer. Today, I'll show you a quick and easy snack using wholesome whole grains, and it's perfect for breakfast on the go or as an afternoon snack for a quick pick-me-up. It's actually my favorite. It's a peanut butter and banana wrap. And to get started, you're just going to choose a whole grain tortilla, and you're going to use 2 tablespoons of creamy or crunchy peanut butter. Now, I love crunchy peanut butter, but Ed, his favorite is smooth and creamy. So you're just gonna spread your peanut butter on your whole wheat tortilla until you get it nice and even. You don't want to bite into a dry tortilla. So next you're going to peel your banana and leave it whole. Don't get too excited and bite into your banana before you get it wrapped. So just lay it down to one side. Simply take the side of the tortilla and roll. It's so silly simple. Then you can have a grown-up to cut it in half for you, or you can eat it just like you would a hot dog. There you go. The peanut butter provides protein for strong muscles. Our banana, it offers potassium for a healthy heart. And don't forget about the fiber and the energy-boosting nutrients in those all-important whole grains.
Welcome back. All right, you ready to finish this masterpiece up?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, so we've taken the liberty of putting some parsley in there. We've turned the heat off. I'm going to have you add in the applesauce. This is kind of like the substitute for the mayonnaise. Fat-free yogurt. And then a little bit of the horseradish. And it looks great, too. And then, you know, I thought it was interesting, you know, talking about the blue economy and, you know, how things are going here in the state. Right. It's exciting.
It really is. And like you and I both see every day, the Mississippi Gulf Coast is continuing to come back strong.
Yeah.
And the University of Southern Mississippi is so pleased and proud to be a part of that recovery and offering educational opportunities for everybody down there on the Gulf Coast. It just means a lot to be in an industry like this, and we both perform very important services to the citizens. So it's just it's a good time to be on the coast.
I agree. I agree. I'm going to ask you to spoon some of that, if you would, right onto this, and we'll slide that a little closer. And we'll take probably almost all of that. Let's set it down right here. Make it easier. There we go.
Makes a pretty good bit of servings.
I tell you what, that looks good. That's a good amount, because we want to save. That's the family kind of plate. And then a little bit for yourself. How about that?
That sounds great.
Tell you what, you're quite the chef.
Well, I don't know about that. Got a good leader here.
Looks great. Looks great. All right, well, I tell you one thing. You've worked so hard, you actually can sample that right now if you like.
I would love to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's got such a different flavor between the grilled and the boiled. You know, boiling, obviously, we'd have to really kind of dig in there, so I wouldn't expect you. But what you think?
It's fabulous.
Isn't it delicious?
I'm a little biased because I'm a seafood lover, but this would convert a non-seafood lover.
I would really think that if there's something like this, and then you come back over and you look at the plate where the family can actually sit down together and enjoy it, right. I mean, that's a really nice kind of variety of flavor, if you would.
Really is.
You know, contrast in color, really in flavor and texture. It's what it's all about to me when you cook.
And to have that much flavor with that low of a sodium content is amazing.
Yeah, truly, huh? Because, you know, I mean, typically when you boil, it's loaded with crab oil, which is salt.
Right.
You salt the water.
Right.
And we didn't have to do any of that.
I know.
You know?
It's amazing.
So I think it's exciting the direction, you know, the college is going.
I believe it is.
It's exciting for me because I have 2 children, you know, that go.
Right.
So I definitely feel like I have a vested interest there with you as well.
Well, you do, and we want our students, our citizens to have a choice to stay in Mississippi.
Absolutely.
To study in Mississippi, to complete their education, and then have a chance to have a good job in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So we're doing all the things we have to do to support that infrastructure for our great state.
Well, if anybody wants this recipe, you go to mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or join our MPB Facebook page. It's a great way so that people can find all of this. And it's a healthy way to eat it, you know?
Absolutely.
So we really enjoy that. But yeah, I'm excited to see the direction that we get with seafood coming back stronger too,
Right.
you know?
Right.
I mean, that's the one thing that really helps our economy so much.
It's such a huge part of our coast economy.
Yeah.
So we're glad to be able to support that in many ways through research and academics and all the industry outreach that we do across the Gulf Coast. So you know it, you see it every day.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I love it. I mean, I love being on the Gulf Coast. I think most people, when they come down there, don't really take advantage, you know, of the beaches and all, you know,
Right.
and now you see it. You know, you see people on the beach.
You do see it.
You know, I love having a business on the beach.
Right. You know, my tagline is, who wouldn't want to go to college on the beach?
Yeah.
We're the only beachfront campus in the state.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's really exciting to be down there right now.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a great time. Well, let's see here. I think that we have pretty much conquered the crabs. You know, the one thing that I thought was interesting is, you know, doing them in 2 different styles maybe keeps the family interested, you know?
That's right.
So we'll have a great time with this one. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming in to film.
Well, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, we should have a great time with all this. And I know the staff will enjoy it too.
I guarantee you they will. They've been tortured by the smells.
Well, it's going to be a great day today. And guys, I would love to thank our guest, Dr. Steve Miller. I'm your host, Rob Stinson. Eat well.